So, as the dad to four teenage kids, I've spent nearly 20 years teaching my kids about money, how to handle money, how to be responsible with money, how to save and invest, all with the goal of seeing them have long term financial responsibility to create habits that allow them to go through life without debt, saving for things that they like to purchase, whether that be cars or vacations or snowboards, whatever they might decide they want in life. Now, it always started, and we started very young, it always started with lessons, simple lessons, that gave them those responsibilities to make choices, to have decision making that would cause them to plan their spending, plan their saving, plan their investing, and to learn about those topics. Um, you can do the same thing. You can start early teaching your kids about money, and it doesn't have to be stressful. You don't have to know a lot about money. You may not be an investor. You may not be out of debt yourself. You may have debts. You may even have bad debts. But if you know what you want for your kids, you can begin teaching these lessons very simply. Um, Things that you want them to learn. Uh, for me, it started off with I wanted my kids to know they always earn their own money. That made it easier for me to have them save their own money or invest their own money or give their own money. If they're using my money, if they're using an allowance, then they're not learning these things because there's no hard work involved in getting money. And it's always harder to, especially as an adult, when you first start on your own, to learn, if you've got no experience, how to save your money, how to balance. We don't balance checkbooks necessarily anymore, but how to balance spending and saving, and then having that responsibility. As children, um, early lessons revolved around, after earning money, revolved around piggy banks and planning their spending and spreadsheets and keeping receipts and following through with that spending plan. Uh, as a parent, we wanted our kids to learn work, self employment, a career, education, things that they need to do if they know a direction they want to go for the work that they want, that they plan these things early in life. And from there, uh, as they earn their own money and they start putting money away in savings to invest, then we start having the ability to say that money that you have needs to go to work for you now. And those conversations, those even early in life, give you opportunities to say, how does your money go to work for you? So whether that is, saving it for a house or saving it for investing, you can have those conversations. Even saving for a longer term goal, the house or a car or vacation, that money can still go to work while you're saving it, and that gives you an opportunity to talk about investing and all the different things that entails long before they need to put money to work. So when you start early, there's no stress. There's no stress in what do I know? What can I teach my kids? When do I teach it to my kids? There's no stress for you, but there's also no stress for them because they don't have to know it tomorrow. If they make mistakes with their money, they don't plan, they don't save as you not only instruct them to, but you give them the freedom to make those choices and create those habits. They won't always do it, and then they'll find out that they maybe should have, or the money's gone. They had planned for one thing and it's gone now because they spent it on something else. Um, but they get to make those mistakes without big pressure, and they won't make those big mistakes later on in life. Make small mistakes early, create habits, create a lifestyle of saving, investing, and avoiding debt, and and then you have the opportunity to give them a heads up. Now that you've been saving some money for a while, we're going to start talking about investing. We're going to start talking about where can we save that money? Where can we put it into, from a bank account to a high interest bank account? Um, and there is no right or wrong way to invest. People have made money in everything you can think of, and people have lost money in everything you can think of. So whether it's bonds, gold, stocks, houses, antique cars, people have made money in all of it. So I'm not the one here to tell you where you should teach your kids to make money. Also not here to tell you what type of career or should they be an entrepreneur, those type of things. Those are things you want to have conversations around. Each person's different. Each person has a gift or a skill or um, has a penchant to learn in a certain area. And so those are things that we work towards. So as a parent, uh, it's never going to be too early to start helping your kids figure some of these things out. It's uh, it's it's the simplest thing to start. And so if you didn't learn from your parents as you were growing up and you're struggling with finances now, then that's something that you can help your kids to avoid. And you can be a big part of that. So I look forward to having a chance to share more about what we've done with our kids. The manuscript that we've written in a book that will be published one day is here. We just haven't decided the direction that we want to go with publishing the book. And it's largely the book around what we did, how we taught our kids some funny stories, maybe some embarrassing stories for the kids or for me, who knows. But look forward to having you check in again, and we'll be sharing more. Thanks so much.